Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear students, in another lesson of our unit. Inshallah, today we will cover the conversation and about you, unit 1. If we want to remember what we covered in the previous lesson. Previous lesson, we took the listening and pronunciation. Okay, we learned how we listened to a conversation between Mr. Wilson and the porter. Okay, and we gathered some details, some information from these, from the conversation we heard. Okay, also we covered the pronunciation, the intonation, the rising and the falling. Okay, with the WH question and yes, no questions. Okay. Inshallah, today, by the end of our lesson, you will be able to identify specific details in a given conversation, develop a conversation related to a hotel checking in, okay? Ask for and give personal information. You will practice the conversation on your own. You will imagine that you are in a hotel, working in a hotel, and you practice with your friend. Okay, I gave you a homework, page 91. If you can open your workbook, page 91, I gave you this exercise. Make each statement a yes/no question. So you have to change every statement, like this one, Muhammad isn't in the kitchen. You have to change it to a yes/no question. Okay, then give a short answer. Then you have to provide the answer. So we have different exercises, and until 5. So you have these in front of you. Okay, if you haven't done the homework, I'm sure you did, but if you haven't done already, pause the video, look at the statements, try to change the statement into yes/no question and give a short answer. Okay, this is just to reassure your grammar lesson you have already took before. So the answers here, number 1, Aisha and Fadwa are at the mall. Okay, the question will be, are Aisha and Fadwa at the mall? This is the question. Yes, they are. The hotel is on the beach. This is number 2. Is the hotel on the beach? Okay. Yes, it is. For 3, are they on vacation? No, they aren't. 4, is the restaurant in the hotel? Yes, it is. And 5, are you on the phone with your friend? Yes, I am. This is the how to form questions and short answers. Okay. We have also exercise E. What does he want you to do in exercise E? Write complete questions. So here he wants you to complete the question. He wants you to form yes/no question, WH questions. The previous exercise, yes/no questions. Then answer the questions for yourself. So the answers here will vary. The answer should be based on you. Okay, form the question. Like here, where are you from? The answer you don't have to follow the answers I will provide here. You can answer these questions based on you. You can say, I'm from Jeddah, I'm from Abha, I'm from Asir, anything. Okay. Let's see, we have different questions until 6. If you haven't done it, pause the video, take your time answering the questions, and then let's see the answers together. Okay, number 1, where is your father from? He's from Riyadh. Okay, the answer should be based on you, but the question should look like this. Okay. 2, what's your favorite vacation place? My favorite vacation place is Bali. You can say Abha, or you can say Dubai, whatever. Okay. 3, how old are you? I'm 15 years old, I'm 16, I'm 18. Based on you, you should answer. 4, who's your English teacher? The answer will be Mr. Jones is my English teacher, Mrs. Maha, Mr. Ali, anything, okay, is my English teacher. So these answers should be based on you. 5, why is your brother at home and not at school? He is sick today. 6, when is your vacation? My vacation is in August, okay, or April, or so the answer should be based on you and your life, okay. If we can open our books, page 6, you have a picture in your book, and I have this picture. The picture on your book is different. You have 2 men. One is behind the desk and the other one is in front of the desk. Where do you think these people are? Are they in a hospital? When you see the bags here, are they in a hospital? No. Where do you think? Since our unit is about vacation, yes? Where do you think they are? Excellent, they are in a hotel, okay? So who do you think the travelers? These are the travelers. And this one, what do we call her or him in your book? He is he a porter like our previous lesson? No, he is receptionist. He is the receptionist. He is there to help the guest behind the desk, okay? He handles checking in, he answered the calls, when people check out and leave the hotel, he handled the booking for people and customers' complaints. So he has a lot to do as a receptionist, okay? We have this conversation, okay? And we can say here they have desk clerk or receptionist, both refer to the same person. And we have the man in our book, his name is Ibrahim. Listen to the conversation, okay? And then we will see the answers, okay? So before we listen to it, to the conversation, before we do, when you go to a hotel, do you remember when we talked what kind of information? So when we are listening to this conversation, and reading this conversation together, what type of information you will hear? What do you think you will hear? Maybe you will hear a phone number. Excellent. What else? First name, last name. They will ask for what? Maybe they will give you a credit card number, a room number. These are the information you can exchange when you go to a hotel. So since this conversation in a hotel, then they might talk about to similar type of information, these information, okay, we talked about in our previous lesson. So let's hear the conversation together.
Can I help you?
Yes, please. I have a reservation. My name's Ibrahim Ghazali.
Are you here for the conference?
No, I'm here on vacation with my family.
How do you spell your last name?
Gha to Zali.
Yes, Mr. Ghazali. How long are you staying with us?
4 days.
Please fill in this form. May I have your credit card, please?
Here you are.
Thank you. Room 705. Here's your key card. Have a nice stay.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Where can I find out about city tours?
With the concierge. He's at the desk to the right.
Okay. This is the conversation. Read it. You can practice reading it with your friend. Okay. It's about a man checking into a hotel. He's giving, what did he give? What kind of information did he give? He gave his first name and last name because the receptionist asked for the spelling of the last name. And he asked here, when he said, are you here for the conference? He asked the reason why is he staying in the hotel. He's there on vacation with his family. And he asked him, how long are you staying? He asked 4 days. And he asked him to fill in this form. He gave him a form, and ask him to fill it in, to write the information so he can check into the hotel. And he asked for the credit card for the payment. And did you notice the word here? Here you are. When the receptionist asked for, he asked him for the credit card. Can you, Ibrahim said, here you are. Okay, he says, here you are, and gave him and handed his the credit card. And also he gave him the room number, okay, and then he gave him the key card, and he said, have a nice stay. He means he wishes him to have a wonderful and enjoyable time when he is staying in the hotel, okay? Okay, so here you are. You use it, it's an expression used when you give someone when you give something to someone. So when you have something you want to give to someone, you say, here you are, and you give it to them, okay? Have a nice stay. It's an expression used to wish someone a good time in a place. We are now in a classroom, okay? Do you use this expression when you are in a classroom? Have a nice stay? No, because you're not staying in a hotel. This is a phrase used when you can say have a nice day, but you can't say have a nice stay because you're not living or staying or sleeping in a classroom. So based on the content, based on the place you are using this phrase, be careful when, and maybe if you have friends in your house, okay, or family or distant relatives, and they are in your house and they will stay, you can tell them have a nice stay because they are staying with you in your house, okay? Here I want you to practice here you are. How do we use it in a context, okay? When you say can I use in your classroom, ask your friend, can I use your pen? And your friend will give it to you, and he will say, or she will say, here you are. Can I use your book? Can I use your phone? Here you are. So when you give something to someone, you say, here you are, okay? Now here I have these information in front of you. Who says here you are in the conversation? So you have to look back at the conversation. When someone says here you are, who said it? Can you remember? I can't remember, but you have it in front of you in your book, page 6. So you have the conversation. Look for the answer. Who says it? Here you are. Who says it? Ibrahim, excellent. What does he give the desk clerk when he says here you are? So when he said, here you are, what did he give him? Excellent, he gave him the credit card. So who says, have a nice stay? Do you remember who said it? The desk clerk or the receptionist said it. What does Ibrahim then say? How did he respond? Look at the response, okay? Which phrase do people sometimes use in a classroom? Do we say have a nice day? No, we can say enjoy your day, have a nice day, but we don't use, in a classroom, we don't use have a nice day. Which phrases do people never say in a classroom? Have a nice day. We never say it, صح? Where do people usually say have a nice day? So when they say have a nice day, where do they usually say it? Yes, they usually use it in a hotel, okay? Let's hear the conversation one more time, okay? And try to read along with the conversation, okay? And then we have different questions, and we should answer these questions related to the conversation, okay?
Can I help you?
Yes, please. I have a reservation. My name's Ibrahim Ghazali.
Are you here for the conference?
No, I'm here on vacation with my family.
How do you spell your last name?
Gha to Zali.
Yes, Mr. Ghazali. How long are you staying with us?
4 days.
Please fill in this form. May I have your credit card, please?
Here you are.
Thank you. Room 705. Here's your key card. Have a nice stay.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Where can I find out about city tours?
With the concierge. He's at the desk to the right.
Okay. Okay. So these questions we already answered the questions together. Who is saying here you are? Ibrahim. What did he give him? He gave the credit card. Who says have a nice day? The desk clerk. How did Ibrahim respond? Thank you. Which phrase do people sometimes use in a classroom? Here you are, they will say. And which phrase do people never say? Have a nice stay. Where do people say have a nice stay? In a hotel. Okay, we have this also these questions. Also, you can find it on your book. What's Ibrahim's last name? Do you remember his last name? And he spelled it. Look at the conversation and try to look for the answer. Look for the answer and try write it down. 2. Is Ibrahim at a hotel on business? Why is he there? Why is he attending? Why is he checking into a hotel? Is he there for a meeting? Is he there on vacation? Is he there for work, for a conference? Okay. 3. How is he paying for the hotel? How is he paying? Is he paying by cash or he's using a card to pay? So look at the conversation, read it, and try to answer these questions. How long is he staying in the hotel? Is he staying for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days? Look at the conversation, try to answer. What is his room number? It's mentioned. So the desk clerk gave him the key to his room and he gave him the room number. He told him the number. Try to find out these answers from the conversation. Okay? Pause the video, look at the questions, look at the answer, look at the conversation and the question, try to answer, and let's see the answers together. What is Ibrahim's last name? His last name is Ghazali. Okay. 2. Is Ibrahim at the hotel on business? No, he isn't. He is on vacation. He is there on vacation. How is he paying? He is paying by credit card. 4. How long is he staying? He is staying for 4 days. Okay. 5. What's his room number? His room number is 705. Okay. This is his room number. Okay. Now your turn. I want you to imagine that you are checking into a hotel and talking to the desk clerk. So this is role play. It's a conversation. You can't do it alone. It's a practice. You already took the vocabulary related to hotel stay. You already know in the grammar how to form yes/no questions and WH questions. So try to use this knowledge when you practice your speaking with your friend. Then you can switch. The other one will be the receptionist and your friend will be the guest who's staying in the hotel, okay? So I have these questions. What do people often make for a hotel room or a table at a restaurant? So when you're going to a hotel, sometimes you're making what? Do you immediately go to your room number, tell them I want my room number and you go in? Sometimes people go online and they make or they can call to make what? Excellent. They make a reservation. You make a reservation. You book your room. Okay? You make a booking. You make a reservation to stay in a hotel, because sometimes when you go to a new city and you go around, sometimes the rooms are full and you cannot find an empty room, vacant room. So it's easier to go online and book and reserve, make a reservation for a room. How do people often pay for things? People, do they often pay by cash? Or if you are online, how do you pay? With a credit card. You pay with a credit card. What is the word for paper where you write personal information? Do you remember in the conversation, the desk clerk gave Ibrahim a paper. He told him to fill up this, what did he call it? Excellent. He said fill in this form. He called it a form. It's a form. You have the questions already and you just write the answer. They will say name, you write your name, last name, you write your last name, passport number, telephone. They ask for information related to you, and this form you fill it in. So the paper you use to write your personal information, we call it a form. Okay? Do people write forms or you fill in forms? Do we write the whole form or you just fill it, you have blanks and you fill in the blanks? Yes, we fill it in. We only fill in the forms, okay? We don't write forms, okay? Now imagine that you are checking into a hotel and talking to the desk clerk, role play, conversation with a partner, then change roles. As I said, use the information, use the vocabulary, use the questions to practice. Imagine that you are in a hotel or working in a hotel. Practice the conversation. You can ask, hi sir, how may I help you? And your friend, he said, I have a reservation. Can I have the reservation number? And then he give him 2, 3, 4. Imagine, okay? Pause the video, have 5 minutes exercise to practice the conversation among each other, okay? 4, about you, okay? Also about you is related to speaking, okay? So in your book you have a different picture, okay? You can see a man holding a passport. Where do you think he is? And look at these people. Where do you think they are? Excellent. Are they in a hotel? No. Where do you think they are? They are at the airport, okay? So they are at the airport, okay? We can see here, imagine you are on a trip, that you are traveling. Answer questions for an immigration officer. He wants you to imagine that you are in an airport, and usually these kind of information or the immigration officer, you can see it when you go abroad to a different country, not our country. So because when you travel inside Saudi, it's not similar to when you travel outside. When you travel outside, they ask you for information to document your coming to the country, your entrance to the country. They ask you for your address, where are you staying, why are you coming to their country, okay? These kinds of information they ask for when you go to a new country. Who is the man? Who do you think the man is? Is he traveler? Is he immigration officer? The man on the picture. Where is he? Where do you think he is? He is at the airport, as we said. Have you ever talked to an immigration officer? If you haven't, imagine that you did and try to answer the questions. What questions did he ask? They will ask usually for address, reason for coming to entering the country. They will ask for, yes, they ask for if you have family or friends in this country or you just visiting, okay, reason for entering the country, okay? So we have here, what is the purpose, the reason of your trip. Question 2, how long are you staying, okay? What is your address in this country? So if they ask for your address, do you have an address in this country? Usually you give them the address of your hotel and you give them the reservation of your hotel, okay? Do you have any family here? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, okay? What is their address? If you do, if you say yes, and you have to provide their address, where are they staying, okay? Pause the video, look at the questions, practice with your friend, try to answer these questions, and then talk to each other. This is a sample answer here. What is your purpose of your trip? I am here on vacation, or you can say I'm here on business. Both are correct. How long are you staying? I'm staying for 3 days. I'm staying for 1 week. Okay? What is your address in this country? You can say I'm staying at the Paloma Hotel on Oliveira Street. So any hotel, you can give any name of hotel, any street name. Okay? Do you have any family? No, I don't. You can say, or you can say, yes, my brother and his family are here. What is their address? You can say their address is 3905 First Avenue. Okay, you can make up the address. You don't have to use a real one. Okay, what we have covered today. Today we listened, we read a conversation. We gathered and answered questions related to this conversation. We practice answering questions related to an immigration officer. We imagined that we are talking to an immigration officer, we are traveling, and we answered these questions. Also, we formed a conversation, we talked to each other, imagining one of us is a hotel receptionist and the other one is a guest staying in a hotel. Hopefully you enjoyed the lesson, you learned new information in our lesson. Thank you for listening, and inshallah I will see you next class. Good luck.